What is up, ladies and girls? Sorry, I look terrible because it's like 10 p.m. and it's freezing in Zurich. I'm in Zurich. I have a flight tomorrow. I'm also very sick. I had this thought recently about how sometimes if we keep talking about, oh, I need to heal, we are keeping ourselves stuck in this perpetual loop of not actually healing. Because what is healing? Healing is making a different decision when you get re-triggered. For example, extreme situation, you get cheated on by a partner. Okay, I'm going to take off some time to heal. Fair enough. But what healing doesn't look like is you take time off, extended periods, maybe someone great comes along, nah, I've just been cheated on, I need to continue to process it. And you continue to deny yourself other positive experiences because you're now looking at everything through a lens of skepticism, or the same situation is going to repeat. And what you're actually doing is preventing yourself from a lot of happiness. Because instead, let's say cheating, as the example, is going to now give you trust issues. You may start to see things differently. Maybe you start to date someone new, and if they're acting a little bit fishy, it reminds you of your ex. And you might have these triggers and these patterns. Okay, I'm going to go check their phone now. I'm going to act really cold. I'm going to pull back. Or I'm going to act crazy and I'm going to sabotage. And that's actually where the real healing begins, in the moment with those triggers. And you need to come up with other mechanisms to counteract whatever these maladaptive behaviors are that you're doing. So maybe you start to reach for the phone. I'm going to go through his phone without his permission. Okay, instead of doing that, I know maybe I trust this partner more than my other partner who cheated on me. I am going to have a conversation with him instead and see where we can go from there. And I'm going to allow him to help me. That is actually what healing is, making a different decision in that moment. If we continue to go, I'm healing, I need to heal, guess what? You can heal for 5 years. You can think you're healing, and bam, a trigger comes up. I didn't heal. Oh my god, I didn't heal at all. Because real healing is where the triggers come from. Because real healing is in the moment when the triggers happen. And you know, we get triggered so many times per day. For me, I actually get triggered the most when I'm traveling and I'm in new situations, because it's out of my comfort zone. For me, I actually get very triggered in group situations. They remind me of high school. I hate it. I hate group situations. Even on my Trova trip, a trip I hosted for my audience, I was triggered. This is a maladaptive thought pattern I have. I'm like, everyone hates me, I hate group situations. Like, bro, I had to look at the facts. I'm on a trip with people who paid all this money to come hang out with me, my audience. The fuck? They don't hate me. See, maladaptive thought patterns. So I even gave this example in a workshop on my Trova trip, and I said, you know, when this happened to me, my instinctive thought is to retreat. But in the moment, I have to rationalize everything. Okay, this is not factual. This is my behavioral response to this trigger. What am I going to do about it? And I love Kabbalah, because Kabbalah always says when you get triggered in the moment, you need to say, wow, what a pleasure. Like, thank you, creator, God, universe, for giving me this trigger right now, this tikkun, this lesson that I can now overcome, so I can now ascend to a new level. Sorry guys, I'm like very sick at the moment. And it's -2 degrees outside. I came back 3 minutes ago, I kid you not. So instead of repeating the old story to yourself over and over again, and running from every trigger, running from situations that are going to make you feel a particular way again, just know you can run from it for 10 years or 20 years, but eventually it's going to come up again. You're better off not running from it and healing from it in the moment. And healing just looks like making a different decision. But first of all, you need to be cognizant of whatever those triggers are, whatever your maladaptive behavior is. I think if you just continue running, you're going to deny yourself a lot of happiness, because we cannot run from things forever. And honestly guys, a lot of the triggers which we're going to have in this life, especially if they are repetitive, they are karmic lessons that you need to overcome. And in the moment, you need to choose to have a different reaction, and it will get easier and easier every time you do it. And yeah, you don't have to do it alone, especially if you are in a relationship. You should talk to your partner about it. And honestly, it can be really difficult to get out of a loop, especially if this is something you've done over and over again for a lot of your life. I mean, Joe Dispenza even talks about this. If you want to create a different reality, you need to make different decisions. everything ties together again. Now, if you need help with it, guys, why don't you check out my paid partner today, BetterHelp. BetterHelp will connect you with a therapist who can help you get out of this endless loop that you've been struggling with. You can talk through your concerns with a trained therapist who can help you find real answers and help you break through whatever's been bothering you. All you need to do is complete a questionnaire, and usually within a couple of days, BetterHelp will connect you with a therapist who is right for you. And if you don't like your therapist, you can actually switch for free of charge. And BetterHelp carefully makes sure that therapists are well qualified, and their customer support is there to help you at any time with whatever you need. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.5-star rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform that you can trust. Going to therapy is a sign of strength, not weakness. There are so many different types of relationships that can be improved through therapy, including the one with yourself. This is not limited to just romantic relationships, although if you offer them up, I do suggest therapy. So click the link in the description and go to betterhelp.com/simone to get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. Granted, and I talked about this in my video with Helen, there are some people who would trigger you less. Like, you don't need to be triggered all the time, but you know deep down what you need to heal. You can't just avoid the triggers or avoid the people who would trigger you. Like, there were things in my life where I thought, oh, this person triggers me, that's their fault, when I was younger. And then other people would trigger me, oh, that's their fault. And then as I got older and I became more socially, I became more aware, I'm like, hey, maybe I'm the common denominator here, like maybe I'm the problem. And that's very confrontational, and a lot of people don't want to think about that. Maybe I am the problem. And maybe you are. And there's something that needs to be fixed. Unless it's not an issue or you have radical acceptance for yourself. Je ne sais pas. Ich weiß nicht. Recap, how do we heal? Number 1, become cognizant of what these triggers are. And in the moment, choose a different reaction. Choose not to go down that path. I'm going to give you an example. This can be like a tikkun, okay? Today, I was pissed. So one thing about Dubai, some things don't work very well. And one of them is the internet providers. So I was on this contract, okay? 199 dirhams per month internet. My contract was ending after 1 year. So I get a text message, because everything's over WhatsApp, from this random internet number. Mom, your internet is going to be expired. Here are your other options. Either you continue this contract and it's going to go to 450 dirhams, or we can get you a faster internet with this other provider, 480. So I'm like, oh, fine, let's move to the other internet. I swear to God, it's back and forth, so incoherent for about a week. I get the other internet. I call the old provider. Hey, I need to cancel this internet now. And they're like, ma'am, you know you can stay on this 199 plan next year. So I'm like, why am I giving up this internet? And now I've already paid for this other plan. And I'm like, I went through so much with that guy over this week, because they're very bad at being, efficient with some things. I can't even be bothered. Like, let me just pay this extra $250 a month. I get the bill today. 1,000 dirhams. I'm spamming this guy. I literally am like, yo, you need to fix this. Because with WTF. And if this was Australia, I would not be as mad, because I know I can call and they're going to fix the problem. In Dubai, they're not. So I was livid. And then you know what? I had to actually be like, yo, you need to calm the fuck down. You're in Zurich, bro. You're in Zurich. Hello. And you know what I went and did afterwards? Because if you have a trigger, for example, yeah, with money. Oh, now I need to pay 1,000 for internet. Like, what the that's actually ridiculous. So I went out and spent more money. Like, I gave people money. Or like, I donated. Because it's the opposite energetic effect. So you need to remember that you're abundant. So, yeah, I went and spent money. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for making me abundant. Thank you for this bill. Even though it pisses me off still. Thank you for this bill. And even David Guillaume, who teaches Kabbalah, he's the founder of Mary Ruth Organics, and he said when they lost like 1 million or 1.5 million through a scam, he had to be like, pause, wow, what a pleasure. And I really encourage you guys to study Kabbalah. I love it. And then he had to be like, okay, something better's coming. Thank you, universe. Thank you for this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it sounds crazy, right? And then I think 6 months later, they had their biggest month. So that's what happens when you choose a different path. Not just, we were talking about healing originally, but it's bigger than that. When we literally choose a different path, we're choosing a different reality, and we are allowing something bigger to then come into our lives. But you need to choose a different reaction. And it is so much easier said than done. Yeah, I got scammed. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Bruh. But Kabbalah helped me a lot with this, because every time there was a trigger, and you know what? This is what happens, guys. When something, you know when everything's going well? Boom! Something bad happens. There's a trigger. And it's also, if we talk about frequencies, the opposite has to happen. When I first started to study Kabbalah, and I was really into dispenza, I remember a few weeks ago, I was on this high frequency. I was like walking on the Palm Jumeirah in the morning. And I was like, fuck yeah, life is good. I'm so happy right now. And then, like clockwork, something bad happened after. Was I like, pause, what a pleasure? No. Oh my god, pause, what a pleasure. Thank you, God. Thank you for giving me the money to deal with the scam. Thank you for giving me the opportunity for this or whatever. And I had to try to reframe it. And through that, you're choosing a different timeline. Every time you choose a different reaction, you're literally ascending and you're getting closer to where you want to be. And I want to leave you with something. You are not broken and you are important. Okay, there is nothing wrong with you. And I know that message will hit home for a lot of people, because who doesn't think there's something wrong with them? Especially if you are someone who's very hard on yourself. I'm sure there have been moments where you're like, why am I like this? Like, I wish I wasn't like that. Or I wish I was like that person. But there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. And nobody is perfect. And it can be so exhausting to realize all the things that are wrong with us. Like, you know, when I get triggered on trips, because I told you it happens a lot, I have a list in my phone. I need to work on this. Bitch, I've been away for 7 days from Dubai. I got a whole ass list. This is everything I need to work on. But at the end of the day, I'm thankful that I could even recognize what these are, so then I can improve and be better for myself and the people around me. And also correct karmic lessons. There's always going to be something wrong. There's always going to be something we don't like about ourselves. But we don't have to change everything. As long as you accept yourself, nobody else can tell you that there is something wrong. Anyways, guys, I can't talk right now. And I thank you for watching this video. I want to give you a room tour really quick. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I transformed a tikkun. So, when I came here to Zurich, I made my booking online. And I give them my passport. Hey, here's my passport. They're like, we can't find your booking. I'm like, bitch. I did not pay all this money for a 5-star hotel for you to not find my booking. So I send them the confirmation. Ma'am, we can't find your booking. Are you sure you made this booking? I'm like, you took the money from my bank. For 90 minutes, both of us are calling the hotel company I booked with. I'm not even gonna shout them out. I'm a platinum member with them. We're all trying to sort this out, because what happened is the company did not send my booking to the hotel. So it wasn't in their system. So after 90 minutes passed by, they're like, okay, we have your booking and we have also upgraded you. That's what I'm talking about, because check out this room, guys. It is insane. I got my own walkway. Hello. Hell yeah. Look at this bathroom. Hell yeah. And then look at this. Look at that big bed. Wardrobe. So lovely. And then we have a view of Zurich, but it's nighttime at the moment, so thank you, God. Thank you, God. And I know I say God, I'm not religious, but I believe in universe, creator, spirit, whatever. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Tschüss.